You demanded my teamwork on a holiday? Enjoy the corporate party bill. Furious, I marched to Bad VP's corner office, a sterile space with motivational posters and a faint whiff of expensive perfume. I laid out our case. We were productive remotely, gaming was a non-issue, and forcing us in on a holiday was pointless. She countered with weak excuses about visibility and team presence, but I pressed harder, citing our flawless track record. Outmaneuvered, she snapped, "You're IT guys. Your team doesn't have a personal life anyway." I froze, stunned by the sheer audacity. This wasn't just tone deaf, it was a middle finger to my team's sacrifices. I reported her comment to Mike, my VP, a grizzled veteran who'd navigated corporate politics for decades. "I'll handle it," he said, "but probably after the 4th. For now, come up with something creative." I'd worked with Mike long enough to know creative was code for pull a stunt that'll make them regret this. His sly grin confirmed it. An idea sparked. I approached Bad VP, all smiles, and asked if she'd mind us throwing an office party to boost morale given the holiday disruption. She shrugged. "Fine, as long as you answer calls. Use your new corporate card. Go wild." Her tone was smug, like she thought we'd order a few pizzas and call it a day. Big mistake. Never tell an IT manager with a grudge and a credit card to go wild. It was Tuesday, June 21st, and I had 2 weeks to plan. I gathered the team in our break room, a cozy space with beanbags, a foosball table, and a fridge stocked with, and it was the summer of 2022, and I was leading a scrappy IT team in a mid-sized tech company in Dallas, a place where corporate bureaucracy often clashed with the laid-back vibe of coders and sysadmins. I'm a senior IT manager, the guy who keeps the servers humming, the network secure, and the team from mutinying when upper management pulls a boneheaded move. My crew, 12 brilliant, overworked techies, had seen it all. Midnight outages, impossible deadlines, and executives who thought reboot the server was a personality trait. We were used to being the company's punching bag, but what happened around July 4th, 2022, turned into a legendary act of corporate rebellion that's still whispered about in break rooms. It all kicked off on Monday, June 13th, when an email from Vice President Karen, I'll call her Bad VP, landed in my inbox like a grenade. She demanded my entire team work in the office on July 4th, a national holiday when most Americans are grilling burgers, waving flags, or dodging rogue bottle rockets. I fired back a polite reply pointing out that we'd planned a day off and my team had personal commitments, family barbecues, fireworks with kids, or just a rare chance to sleep past 6 a.m. In IT, we're the unsung heroes who keep the digital gears turning, but companies love to exploit that loyalty, tossing us into the fire whenever it suits them. I wasn't about to let Bad VP ruin our holiday without a fight. I kept the team in the loop all week, updating them via our Slack channel and quick huddles over lukewarm office coffee. I assured them I was battling management to get us out of this, and if we had to work, I'd make it right. These were good people. Coders who'd debugged crashes at 3 a.m., network admins who'd rerouted traffic during hurricanes, and a help desk guy who could talk a CEO through a password reset without rolling his eyes. They deserved better than a holiday shift for no good reason. I pushed back in 3 meetings with Bad VP and her cronies, but it was like arguing with a brick wall. By Friday, I knew we were losing, so I escalated, emailing the CEO directly, a bold move, but my direct supervisors, including my VP, Mike, backed me up. The CEO was a family man, the kind who'd sooner cancel a merger than make folks work on Independence Day. Problem was, he was sipping pina coladas in the Bahamas until July 6th. His assistant, a gatekeeper with a clipboard and zero chill, said he'd review my concerns post-vacation. With no CEO to save us, I told the team we'd work remotely on July 4th, and I'd handle all calls via my mobile. I expected a quiet day. Clients don't usually bug IT on holidays, especially if they don't know we're available. I was supposed to notify everyone that support would be open, but I forgot to send that email, banking on a near-zero workload. Then, Bad VP dropped another bomb, an email decreeing that everyone had to be in the office. No remote work allowed. Management would check magnetic card entries to confirm attendance. I replied, asking why this was necessary. The response? To ensure no one was playing video games on company time. This was absurd. We worked from home 2/3 of the week, and gaming during downtime was standard. Our office had a PlayStation in the break room for crying out loud. Bad VP's email felt like a slap, implying we were slacking kids, not professionals who'd saved the company's bacon countless times. Furious, I marched to Bad VP's corner office, a sterile space with motivational posters and a faint whiff of expensive perfume. I laid out our case. We were productive remotely. Gaming was a non-issue, and forcing us in on a holiday was pointless. She countered with weak excuses about visibility and team presence, but I pressed harder, citing our flawless track record. Outmaneuvered, she snapped, "You're IT guys. Your team doesn't have a personal life anyway." I froze, stunned by the sheer audacity. This wasn't just tone deaf, it was a middle finger to my team's sacrifices. I reported her comment to Mike, my VP, a grizzled veteran who'd navigated corporate politics for decades. "I'll handle it," he said, "but probably after the 4th. For now, come up with something creative." I'd worked with Mike long enough to know creative was code for pull a stunt that'll make them regret this. His sly grin confirmed it. An idea sparked. I approached Bad VP, all smiles, and asked if she'd mind us throwing an office party to boost morale, given the holiday disruption. She shrugged. Fine, as long as you answer calls. Use your new corporate card. Go wild. Her tone was smug, like she thought we'd order a few pizzas and call it a day. Big mistake. Never tell an IT manager with a grudge and a credit card to go wild. It was Tuesday, June 21st, and I had 2 weeks to plan. I gathered the team in our break room, a cozy space with beanbags, a foosball table, and a fridge stocked with energy drinks. I laid out the situation. We were stuck working, but I'd turn it into a win. I asked about their July 4th plans. 2 had family fireworks outings, others were set for barbecues or lake trips with friends. Don't worry, I said. We'll make this day epic, and it won't cost you a cent. Our office was a gem, a perk from when IT got booted from the main corporate tower to a smaller building across town. We had a game room with arcade cabinets, a gym with treadmills and free weights, and a full bar, non-alcoholic of course, stocked with craft sodas and kombucha. Behind the office stretched a large terrace, perfect for lunches, overlooking a small creek that marked the county line. A pedestrian bridge led to an empty field, a detail I filed away for later. I started making calls, leveraging every contact I'd built over years of lunch runs and vendor negotiations. By Monday, June 25th, I held an early team meeting, an hour before our usual 9 a.m. scrum. Over donuts and coffee, I outlined the plan. We'd work July 4th, but it'd be a party, not a slog. Invite your families, friends, whoever, I said. I'll cover everything. Food, drinks, entertainment. No alcohol, per company rules, but bring fireworks if you want. This is our middle finger to Bad VP. The team lit up, their frustration morphing into mischief. They'd been through too many late nights and thankless tasks to let this slide. We brainstormed logistics, food, setup, and how to skirt Bad VP's rules without breaking them. I spent the next week orchestrating the event like a heist. I called my go-to barbecue joint, a Dallas legend in the top 10 for 30 years, where I'd befriended the owner, Tony, over countless brisket lunches. Tony, I need a feast for 50 to 60 people. Spare no expense. I ordered smoked brisket, pork ribs, sausages, turkey, plus sides like potato salad, green beans with bacon, and potato gratin. Next, I hit up 2 rival pizza joints, ordering 25 pies, pepperoni, sausage, cheese, Hawaiian, and specialty cheeseburger pizzas from one, and a similar mix from the other with their signature pie. For burgers and hot dogs, I tapped a catering outfit run by my buddy Dave, who'd recently added German sausages to his menu. Bring your kids, I told him. It's going to be a blast. Desserts were a mission. I ordered custom cakes and pies from a boutique bakery, plus a batch of artisanal cookies from a local shop known for its buttery shortbread. Drinks, 10-12 packs of sodas, Coke, Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, enough to hydrate a small village. I rented tables, chairs, and a sound system for music, plus a wooden platform for the field across the creek, technically off-company property, for fireworks. The corporate card groaned, but Bad VP's Go Wild echoed in my head. This wasn't just a party, it was a statement. July 4th dawned hot and clear. The office was a ghost town, most departments off celebrating. My team showed up at 8 a.m., carting in to satisfy Bad VP's tracker. We set up laptops, but work was a fiction. No tickets, no emails, just the hum of air conditioning and the glow of monitors. The day's only calls, 7 from Bad VP checking if we were manning the phones. I answered each with a cheery, "All quiet here," while the team played Fortnite, streamed Marvel movies, or battled at foosball. By 6 p.m., the caterers arrived, transforming the terrace into a feast. The team expected hot dogs and chips. Instead, they got a spread worthy of a wedding. Platters of glistening brisket, ribs that fell off the bone, smoked turkey, and sausages with a smoky snap. Sides overflowed. Creamy potato salads, green beans laced with bacon, golden potato gratin. Pizza boxes towered, their cheesy aroma mingling with burgers and German hot dogs, grilled on site by Dave's crew. Desserts sparkled. Tiered cakes, pies in pecan, apple, cherry, and blueberry, cookies stacked like gold coins, and a kilo of fudge that vanished in minutes. Families and friends poured in from 6 p.m. to 6:15 p.m., nearly 60 people filling the terrace with laughter and chatter. Some brought beer, but I enforced the no alcohol rule, pointing to their cars. Free food, no complaints, I said, and they complied, dazzled by the spread. Kids ran wild, clutching sparklers. Adults swapped stories over plates piled high. My VP, Mike, showed up with his wife and 2 boys, tossing water balloons that sparked a squealing kid war. The creek, 30 centimeters deep, fishless, became a firecracker target, pops echoing harmlessly. I manned my phone, calls forwarded, but it stayed silent except for Bad VP's check-ins. At 7:50 p.m., she called again, demanding a status. "You're the only one who's called," I said, standing amid the party's roar. "Everyone's out back enjoying the July 4th bash." She huffed, "No alcohol or fireworks on company grounds, got it?" I smirked, knowing we'd already won. As dusk fell around 8:30 p.m., the crowd craved bigger fireworks. Mike suggested crossing the bridge to the field, off company property, outside county lines. We'd set up the wooden platform there, a safe launch pad. For nearly 2 hours, we lit up the sky with rockets, Roman candles, and fountains. The booms drawing cheers. Kids waved glow sticks. Adults cracked sodas and swapped bad dad jokes. By 10 p.m., people were wiped, gathering leftovers in foil trays. I urged them to take food. Half the spread remained, a testament to my overzealous ordering. We clocked out at 8 p.m. per Bad VP's mandate, but no one left before 10:30 p.m., lingering over music and laughter. A small crew, including Mike, stayed to clean, tossing pizza boxes and wiping tables. "This'll ruffle feathers upstairs," he said, grinning. "How much was it?" I gave him a side eye and he cackled. "You're covered." Tuesday morning, I sent the expense report to Mike, knowing it hit Bad VP's desk and climbed to the CEO. The total? Over $6,000, a corporate record for an office party, only eclipsed by the CEO's swanky client dinners. The barbecue was the priciest, sourced from Tony's Joint, a Dallas icon where brisket is practically art. I'd lunched there for years, earning Tony's trust to deliver a feast that'd make headlines. Pies and cakes came from a custom bakery, cookies from a hipster shop with a cult following. The soda hall could have stocked a vending machine for a year. Dave's Burgers and German hot dogs were a hit, his kids joining the chaos with water guns. The party wasn't just extravagant. It was a calculated middle finger to Bad VP's overreach. The fallout was swift and glorious. The CEO, back from the Bahamas, was livid. Not at the cost, but at the principle. It was the only department forced to work, a pointless flex by Bad VP. I sent him reports showing 0 tickets, 0 client calls, just 7 pings from Bad VP herself. We'd spent the day gaming and streaming, proving her mandate was a farce. He fired off a blistering email to senior leadership, hammering the need for work-life balance and respect for holidays. Bad VP's "ET has no personal life" quip, which I'd relayed to Mike, reached the CEO. She doubled down, confirming it at a meeting with her executive VP, a move so tone-deaf it sealed her fate. The CEO stormed our office, a rare sight, and tore into her in a shouting match that echoed through the halls. I'd never heard such rage in a corporate setting. Think drill sergeant meets disappointed dad. Bad VP sent me a groveling apology email, which I forwarded to the team with a stern "don't reply." Her influence was obliterated. Rumors swirled she was fired or forced to resign. She hasn't been seen since. The party's cost triggered a new rule. Any expense over $4,000 needs VP approval with a full report to finance. A small price for justice. My team emerged as legends, their holiday salvaged by a feast that'd be recounted for years. Mike pushed my proposal to return everyone to remote work, and with Bad VP gone, no one dared object. The CEO, chastened, vowed no more holiday shifts unless critical. My team still jokes about the $6,000 barbecue, and I keep Tony's number on speed dial just in case we need to go wild again.